In an era without phones, without instant messaging, two hearts found each other in the crowded chaos of a train and never let go. This is the story of Clara and Thomas Davies, a love that survived distance, time, and even 100 years of silence. Hey guys, Bobby here. In today's video, I'm restoring and colorizing this stunning yet heavily damaged photo of a couple named Clara and Thomas Davies, taken in 1902. It was sent to me by their great-granddaughter, Amy, as a surprise gift for her mother, Juliet, who is Clara's granddaughter. Their story began in 1896. Clara was just 19. Thomas, a tall, sharply dressed 28-year-old civil servant from Manchester, boarded an overcrowded train bound for London. Amid the commotion, he noticed a young woman standing without a seat. Without hesitation, he stood, tipped his hat, and offered his place to her. That woman was Clara, a seamstress's daughter living in London, working as a seamstress alongside her mother. In that moment, as Thomas bent his tall frame to ask her name, something shifted. He stood beside her throughout the trip, shielding her from the rowdy, drunken men aboard the train. Clara later wrote in her diary, "I hadn't known his name, but I knew I'd remember his face for the rest of my life." For the first time in her life, Clara felt butterflies in her belly. The feeling was mutual, but Clara and Thomas's journey was far from easy. They lived over 200 miles apart, which back then, without cars, or phones, or social media, felt like a world away. Still, they made it work. For over a year, they exchanged letters, dozens of them, pouring out their thoughts, hopes, and dreams. Their love only grew stronger. They married in 1897, just 1 year after they met. And over time, they built a family together, raising 6 children in a home filled with laughter, resilience, and love. This photo, taken 5 years after their wedding, is more than a portrait. It's a monument to quiet strength, shared purpose, and the beauty of a bond that defied distance. Time Traveler Trivia. In what year was the world's first long-distance telephone call made? A. 1872, B. 1876, C. 1904, D. 1911. Drop your answer in the comments. I'll reveal the answer at the end. When Amy first sent me this photo, it was less than an inch wide, covered in heavy surface damage, deep cracks across their faces, and missing key details, especially around the eyes and mouths. The first thing I did was upscale the photo, just to preserve whatever texture I could. Then came the slow, pixel-by-pixel repair, carefully working through every crack and spot, making sure I wasn't just cleaning it up, but respecting the soul of the original image. For the colorization, Amy provided me with a palette reference for their clothing. She was a dream client, guiding me while giving me just enough creative freedom. At one point, I had to export the photo to my phone and continue the work in Snapseed during a quick trip, just to clean up subtle dust patterns and get those finer details right. The final enhancement phase was especially delicate. I adjusted contrast, sharpness, and shadows with surgical care, enough to bring hidden details to life, but not so much that the result would look artificial or plastic. This step walks a fine line between modern restoration and respectful preservation. Restoring this photo was a delicate and immersive process, one that required patience, precision, and heart. But seeing Clara and Thomas come back to life made every moment worth it. When I sent the finished piece to Amy, she was thrilled. And Juliet, her mother, Clara's granddaughter, was so touched, she sent me a truly heartwarming message about what it meant to her family to have Clara and Thomas photo preserved so clearly and vividly for generations to come. This is why I do what I do. Not just to fix old pictures, but to restore legacy, to bring real people, real love, and real stories back to life. If you've got a faded or damaged photo that holds meaning for your family, I'd be honored to help you preserve it. Visit preciousmemoriesrestored.com to explore my restoration work, or email me directly at bobbyrogerwork@gmail.com for a personalized quote. And the answer to today's Time Traveler Trivia? B. 1876. On August 10, 1876, Alexander Graham Bell received the world's first successful long-distance telephone transmission. The call call originated from the Dominion Telegraph Company office in Brantford, Ontario, roughly 13 kilometers, 8 miles away. The transmission was one way. Bell's father, Melville Bell, along with several others, spoke, sang, and played musical notes into the transmitter. Their voices were clearly heard by Alexander in Paris, marking the first time sound had traveled that far over telephone wires. Thanks again to Amy for trusting me with this restoration, and to Juliet for letting me share your family's story. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I've got more timeless memories coming your way. See you in the next one.